Hey guys, what's up? This is Brett. Welcome to a new episode of Planet Rotations. I haven't done one of these in a while, but each week on my blog I actually do a complete album playlist, and so I figured I needed to do one because I had some records that I wanted to show you guys. So this video will be a couple parts, 5 things from this week's playlist, some new vinyl finds, some killer new vinyl finds, so be sure to continue to watch. And yeah, so let's just get started. So this past Saturday night I was able to go catch a performance from vinyl community member Henry Derrick, who goes by To The Boy Ellis. Henry is the singer and songwriter of the band Scar the Martyr, which features Joey Jordison from the band Slipknot on drums. And he put me and Brent, who you guys probably have seen in my Saturday Night Music Club video. I'll have a link to his channel so you can subscribe to Brent. And we went out to see Henry's band play. It was a killer show. They're on tour with Danzig, who's doing the 25th anniversary tour of his band. And what a show. First off, a little bit about Danzig. Last time I'd seen Danzig was 1999 when he was doing a joint tour with one of his old bands, Sam Hain. Well, this time around, he came out and did just high energy. I was just really impressed. Did a couple brand new songs or songs from his last album, and then he said from this point on it's all old songs. So bam, right into Twist of Cain, and played just a wide assortment of stuff, I think from just the first 3 Danzig albums. And then midway through the set brings out a special guest, Doyle, and they did a set of Misfits songs, and it was just so killer. Songs that I never thought that I'd get to hear live, like Last Caress and Skulls. I mean, it was, and oh man, it was just killer. And Doyle is just monstrous, and he looks like a monster on stage up there, and it was just weird. It was just a blast. And then at the end they did an encore and Doyle came back out, so it was just killer. So getting back to Henry, his band, he came out on stage just stretched out his arms with horns blazing for about 30 seconds, and it was just high energy. His stage presence was great, and just a great performance. So Scar the Martyr, so be sure to check that his band out. Their debut album comes out on October 1st, and I know it's on Roadrunner. But got to hang out with Henry for a really long time. Great guy. And yeah, so definitely check out his band. Henry, if you're watching, thanks again. It was great to hang out with you in person, and thanks for hooking us up with tickets to your show. Yeah, so great. So right into my playlist here. Of course, I've been spinning so much Danzig and Misfits. So an album that sorely is deserving of a vinyl reissue is the first Danzig album. Played this on the way to the show and then played it afterwards. Just great. This is from '88, so this is the 25th anniversary of this album actually. So Danzig, yeah, killer. Another thing that I've been playing a lot of lately is Julian Bream. And I've been in him for a really, really long time. My brother had bought a record by him years and years ago, and he's my favorite classical guitar player. I love classical guitar music, being a guitarist, and you know, I just love his stuff. And this actually is Julian Bream with John Williams, so it's kind of like a classical guitar. I wouldn't call it a duel, but it's like a, you know, a collaboration, and it is just outstanding. This was their second one, Julian and John #2. I think it was called something else in Europe, but phenomenal record. I highly recommend seeking out Julian Bream for just great, beautiful instrumental classical guitar music. I can't recommend this enough. I'll be showing some more Julian Bream here in a few minutes, so stand by for that. Another thing I've been man, it was raining out the other day here, and I put this on, and it just hit the spot perfectly. This is the soundtrack to David Cronenberg's Videodrome, and this is just so outstanding. The movie had Deborah Harry in it and James Woods, and the soundtrack is just instrumental music. It starts off kind of creepy with some spoken stuff, some clip from the movie, and it's all composed by Howard Shore. And this was just great. Highly recommend seeking this one out. Videodrome. Put this on the other day. It was just, I needed to go. A really underappreciated band by the masses in the 1980s were the first 3 Christian Death albums, and this is the third one, Ashes. And shortly after this album's release, Roz Williams left the band, and Christian Death went on to have a whole other life of its own. And this Only Theater of Pain, Catastrophe Ballet, and Ashes are just, they get lumped in with the goth rock category, but the music is, it hits a lot of elements of all other kinds of things, and they're really diverse in the soundscapes of their music, and the etherealness of their of the second and the third albums are just really beautiful, very dreamy. And tracks like When I Was Bed and the title track Ashes, and then Lament with Jatan singing lead vocals in German, and then Roz comes in with some other vocal parts as the spoken of the wound at the end and the luxury of tears. Just a great track. This is the German pressing on Normal Records, which comes with which came with a nice book with all the lyrics and pictures and stuff. So Christian Death stuff there has become pretty hard to find, but this is one I think my girlfriend bought me for my birthday several years ago. So and it's always a treat to pull this out and hear it, because it's just so excellent, and a lot of people aren't really aware of the band, or they're turned off for some reason, maybe because of the name or something, but their music is just outstanding, and I've been a huge fan for years. Next thing I'm going to show is in my playlist is a record I received in the mail as VCLT, Vinyl Community Love Train, from James Laban. Sorry, James, if I mispronounce your name, but he doesn't shoot videos, but he's very active on the Vinyl Community's Facebook page. James is a great guy, great taste in music, excellent collection, and he was kind enough to send me this 10-inch from Pelican. I grew up in Chicago, so I have an affinity for bands from Chicago, and Pelican is from there, and they're kind of, well, this 10-inch is an EP, it's a 2-song EP, and on this beautiful colored vinyl, and he sent me this one, and it's on Hydrohead Records, and it's really nice. I listened to it right before filming again, and kind of a bit shoegazy with, I guess the term would be post-rock, instrumental, and it's just a pretty striking record. So I'm very happy to have this in the collection, and thank you again, James, for sending this out. Really appreciate it. Sorry this video is long overdue to give you a proper thank you here. So I think that's 5 things from this week's playlist. So now I'm going to get into a little section here of some vinyl finds. So check these out, guys. First off here, I'm going to show you, I picked this up, found this for just a couple bucks, and it's a white label promo for the Pixies, Here Comes Your Man. And man, a killer track off of Doolittle, their 1989 album, technically their second record. And this is just the same song is on both sides, because it is just a white label promo, so it was for either DJs or radio or whatever. But that was a really cool find. Pixies stuff just does not come around very often, and to find a white label promo was definitely super cool. So I haven't done a vinyl update in a while, because I'm just a really big believer in listening to everything before I show a bunch of stuff. So I really want to have some things to say about these new releases. So not new releases, but these new finds. So oh yeah, getting back to Julian Bream, as I was talking about early, classical guitar. I just, whenever I see them, I buy them, and man, I found this one. I think I found it at a Goodwill for maybe like $1. I could be wrong on where I found it, but it's still in the shrink wrap. It's got the original price tag on it. And this is Bream's Modern Guitar Music, so it's 20th century guitar. So it has him playing stuff by Britten and Villalobos, and this is just outstanding. It's very, you know, I guess you can modern classical, so it has a very bit avant-garde sound to it, and this is so excellent. On the RCA Victor Red Seal, all his stuff seems to be on this label, and another outstanding. Huge fan of Julian Bream. You guys, if you're digging, if you've never explored much guitar music, start out with some Julian Bream. I know Segovia is the big go-to name for classical guitar, but Julian Bream. And here's one more. This is Popular Classics for Spanish Guitar. Check out that, looks like a Technicolor, you know, when they took black and white movies and they transferred them into color. And yeah, this has an original price tag also on it from World Records there. Not sure where that's at. Still in the shrink wrap. This is from 1964. So it's got him doing some stuff from Villalobos and like Prelude in E minor, Study in E minor, some track by Torina, and yeah, just really nice. So it's Popular Classics for Spanish Guitar. Another one. Just highly recommend finding anything by him. Sorry. How about this one? The Replacements, Let It Be. Yeah, this is a cool one. Yeah, original on Twin Tone Records. My friend Brent, who I was talking about earlier, we did a little trade. I had a couple things that he was interested in, and I said, well, what do you think you'd want to trade me for those? And he said, oh, how about this little record? And I was like, okay, so we made that little trade happen, so thanks, Brent. This is just so killer to have in the collection. Let It Be is, any Replacements is hard to find, but Let It Be seems to be the most elusive record, so was just killer. Unsatisfied, probably the absolute best Replacement song in my opinion. So yeah, thanks Brent, killer. 12-inch single for Susie and the Banshees, The Killing Jar. This was a track off of Peep Show from '88, and it has two versions on the A side. They're both remixes, both cool. I'm not usually a huge fan of remixes, but I thought these ones were actually pretty good. Lepidopteristic mix and a 7-inch remix. And then there's the LP version on the B side, along with a couple B sides, non-album tracks, Something Wicked This Way Comes, and Are You Still Dying, Darling? Something Wicked This Way Comes, killer track. So yeah, so that was Susie and the Banshees. I got $3 fines here. But yeah, I think you'll appreciate these dollar fines. The 3 o'clock 16 tambourines. It was so funny. I was actually looking for this album because I've been, trying to find a bunch of stuff of that Paisley Underground scene. If you saw my video on the Rain Parade a few weeks back, I just been looking for some Paisley Underground stuff, and this was on my list of. I had it digitally, and sure enough, I was looking in the clearance section. And I mean, this copy is just near mint, pretty much unplayed. This came out in, I think it was '83 on Frontier Records, produced by Earl Mankey, who produced Concrete Blonde. He was in Sparks. He's the brother of James Mankey, who was in Concrete Blonde. And yeah, it's got the, oops, I guess you guys can't see that. Whoa. Not sure if, yeah, so there's the label on this one. I didn't even actually see this insert here, this opposite side, so I'm not sure if that was actually printed on here or if that's an actual autograph, but I actually just noticed that. To the 3 o'clock Sterling to your rocking tunes. Keep it up, Marty Van B. Interesting. Huh. Oh, that's Martin Van Buren. Okay, so I'm assuming present. So I'm assuming that this is printed and it was actually on the little insert there. So yeah, cool album. The track Jet Fighter is just really excellent, and yeah, for sure, really cool to have that one. Oh yeah, here's another little dollar find. This is Rocky Erickson's Gremlins Have Pictures. Found this in the original shrink blurb, our hype sticker there, Original Tower Records, tag on it from 1986, December, selling for $7.99. This is on Pink Dust. Yeah, there's the label for that one if you guys can see it. Excellent. It has a cool cover of Heroin by the Velvet Underground. All these tracks from here are live tracks assembled, so it has some stuff from Austin, the Back Door in San Francisco. Heroin was at Whiskey A Go Go in Hollywood, but great record. Really highly enjoyed this, and was really happy. This stuff is not very common, so to find, it's not a record that I actively was out seeking because of the price of finding copies of it. So when you come across one for $1, it's a great opportunity to discover some cool things. And wow, what a cool thing that was. Rocky Erickson 13th Floor Elevator, so yeah. All right, one more dollar find here. Hawkwind Space Ritual. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that was in fact $1. I left it on there, do you see? And this is a US pressing, but it's the one that all folds out, all crazy. Yeah, and I don't want to drop it here. But yeah, it's got the, it all folds out. It's got the complete fold out, the United Artists records, 2 record set, excellent condition. Yeah, just killer score for $1. Hawkwind Space Ritual. I have an old UK cassette of Space Ritual, Space Rock. Lemmy from Motorhead was in Hawkwind, and man, it was great to add that one to the collection for just $1. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I think I just hit the 700 mark on subscribers, which is great. So I'm glad you guys are out there digging the videos. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Today's Labor Day, so happy Labor Day to those of you in the United States. I'm not sure if anyone else celebrates this holiday everywhere else, but anyways, guys, talk to you soon.